Beloved, pause for a moment and let your spirit breathe. I know how heavy your thoughts have become, how quietly you have been holding the weight of unanswered questions and delayed dreams. You keep wondering if I've forgotten what I promised, if your prayers are still being heard. Let me tell you gently, not a single whisper from your lips has been lost in the wind. I have gathered them all, every sigh, every tear, and even the words you could never say aloud. Nothing in your story has gone unnoticed. You are seen, known, and loved beyond measure. There have been nights when you lay awake trying to understand why peace seems far away, why it feels as though light is just beyond your reach. In those moments you thought you were abandoned, but I was there watching over you, whispering courage into your weary heart. Even when silence surrounded you, my presence wrapped around your spirit like quiet fire, keeping you from falling apart. You may not have realized it, but the strength that kept you breathing through your darkest hour was me. Take a deep breath now. Feel it fill your lungs. That is my breath within you, the reminder that I have not gone anywhere. This moment right now is sacred. You are not watching this by accident. I have led you here because what I am about to reveal will restore your faith in ways you didn't think possible. You have been searching for confirmation, a sign that I'm still near, and here it is, my voice through these words. I am speaking directly to your soul, reaching through the noise of the world to tell you I am with you still. You keep asking, when will things finally change? But I tell you, beloved, I have already begun the transformation within you. The shift doesn't always begin with lightning and sound. It starts in silence, in the quiet courage to believe again, in the small decision to hold on when everything inside you screams to let go. Trust this process. What feels like stillness is me laying the foundation for miracles that will last. You are not behind, you are being prepared. Let your heart rest now. You do not have to keep proving your worth to me. You never had to earn my attention. My love was written into your existence long before you ever took your first breath. Every scar, every flaw, every story you wish you could rewrite, I have already redeemed it in my mercy. You think your mistakes have disqualified you, but they have only positioned you for grace. My forgiveness does not hesitate. It flows freely when you turn toward me. If your mind is racing right now, wondering how to fix everything, slow down, look at me. You do not have to have all the answers. I am the answer. What overwhelms you is not beyond my reach. You are standing in the middle of a story that I am still writing, and though you cannot see the full picture, trust that every thread is intentional. My timing may test your patience, but it never fails my purpose. What I have planned will not pass you by. You have faced rejection, betrayal, and disappointment that cut deeper than words could describe. You've carried yourself through seasons no one else could understand, and you wonder if any of it will ever make sense. Listen closely. Every pain, every loss has been transformed into sacred soil. From what once broke you, new life is rising. I am turning what was meant to destroy you into the very foundation of your strength. You are not defined by what happened to you. You are being refined by it. Stay with me here. Do not rush to the next distraction. Let my peace settle into you like sunlight breaking through clouds after rain. Right now, I am surrounding you with calm. Let your defenses fall, for you are safe in my presence. You have fought long enough. This moment is not for battle, it's for rest. The world demands noise and speed, but I invite you to quiet and stillness, for that is where you will hear my whisper most clearly. You may think the world has moved ahead while you are still waiting for direction, but I tell you, nothing and no one can outrun what I have destined for you. The path I have chosen may not look like others, and that is by design. You are not forgotten in the crowd. You are handpicked for something only you can fulfill. Every detour, every delay has been woven into a greater plan that will reveal its beauty in time. Trust that my preparation is protection. Lift your eyes now. See how the light touches everything it meets. So it is with my presence upon your life. Even what looks lifeless will bloom again. I am awakening hope in you, steady and quiet, like dawn rising after the longest night. You will look back and see that I never left. Not for a single moment. My beloved child, When darkness surrounds your heart and doubt clouds your mind, remember this truth: I choose you in your brokenness. I love you in your uncertainty. Your struggles don't diminish my love, they draw me closer. Every tear you shed is precious to me. Let your awareness return to the nearness of my love, not as an idea floating in the distance, but as a living warmth that gently settles over your shoulders like a sacred cloak. In the smallest exchanges, a whisper of gratitude, a flicker of hope, a sigh between thoughts, I am there. When your strength feels thin and all you can offer me is a quiet thank you for a breath that didn't break or a morning that didn't collapse under yesterday's weight, I honor it. You do not need grand gestures to draw my attention. The smallest acknowledgement of my presence opens wide the door of your spirit. I rejoice in those moments. The taste of your coffee, the sound of a loved one's voice, the soft light that meets your eyes. These are my reminders that you are not forgotten. Every act of noticing becomes a seed, and I delight in watering it until confidence grows, until your heart recognizes the rhythm of my nearness. So today, I urge you to stay present, even with trembling hands, even in the ordinary routines that seem too dull for divine light. Invite me in. I know the doubts that haunt you, the ones that whisper that your burdens are too heavy, your future too uncertain, your family too fragile, your faith too small. I hear the fears that wake with you, the weight of responsibilities pressing at the edges of your heart. But my beloved, I did not create you to face your storms without shelter. When anxiety begins to close its grip around you, pause and look toward me. I meet you not after you've conquered your chaos, but right there in the middle of it. I draw close to the heart that falters yet still dares to lift its eyes. Your weariness is not a failure, it is an invitation for my strength to take its place. Let this moment become your quiet sanctuary. Here my love does not depend on your performance, and my peace does not wait for perfection. I mend the places where fear has worn you thin. I do not measure you against the world's pace or judge you for the days you stumble. If your mind races, if your plans unravel, bring every fragment to me. Rest your hands, feel the simple texture of the world around you, the table, the air, your heartbeat, and remember, you are still loved, still seen, still mine. My delight in you is not tied to what you produce or achieve. It lives in the openness with which you let me hold you. When life presses hard and expectations tighten, surrender may feel impossible, but surrender is not defeat, it is trust in motion. Loosen your grip now and let the anxiety spill into my hands. I will not scold you for your frailty. I will cradle your heaviness until peace returns. Here, in the space of letting go, your soul will find ease again. The clarity you long for will come not from control, but from release. When you let me hold what you cannot carry, the shape of your day begins to change. Our story bends back toward grace. Even now, I speak softly over your restless thoughts. Instead of rehearsing what could go wrong, notice what is already good. My care hides in small places, in a child's laughter, a warm meal, a single memory that breathes encouragement when you most need it. These are not accidents, they are my signatures of love written quietly into your routine. When worry spins your mind into what ifs, let my voice settle the storm. You are not alone in the uncertainty. I am the calm that stands beneath the surface of your fear. Each morning brings mercies that wait like unopened gifts, not as vague hopes, but as real promises, wrapped and ready for you to reach out and receive. If you wonder whether I'm truly listening, look for peace that doesn't make sense. The quiet comfort that comes when nothing around you has changed, that is my presence. I do not withdraw when you doubt, I draw closer. The ache behind your confusion is the space where I whisper courage. When you slow down long enough to breathe, I soften your guarded edges and lift the weights you hide. You don't need to earn this love, you only need to receive it. As the world rushes around you, I walk beside you, not ahead to demand, not behind to judge, but beside, in step with your very pace. I know every hidden bruise, every thought you cannot name, and yet I call you radiant, I call you chosen. My guidance is never harsh, it is the steady rhythm that teaches you how to walk in peace. Trust that my strength will appear the moment you need it, not a second too late. My timing is not your delay, it is your protection. My love is the only urgency worth chasing, for it will reshape your days with quiet wonder. Let me lead you to a still place now, a place where your anxieties begin to loosen, where your burdens start to fade into my light. As you breathe, feel my closeness pressing through the silence. When doubt rises, when guilt tries to speak louder than truth, offer it to me. I will not turn away. I exchange your unrest for my peace, not the fragile kind that the world gives, but the peace that holds steady even when the winds roar. Do not believe that my affection waits for your perfection. Just as dawn light gently fills a room without demanding, so does my love fill you without condition. Each new day I bring mercies designed uniquely for your journey. Even when your heart replays old mistakes or imagines future failures, speak to me. Whisper your confusion, your shame, your fear. I do not recoil, I draw nearer still. I am the one who steadies trembling hands, who sings quiet assurance over the storm of your thoughts. You never carry the weight alone. When you think your sacrifices go unseen, remember that I see every act of love, every sigh of exhaustion, every tear that never found words. I gather them all, you are never overlooked. Every unseen moment of endurance is a melody in my heart. Even the simplest kindnesses become threads in the divine tapestry of your destiny. Trust me not only with the great unknowns, but with the quiet private battles that linger in the dark. As you surrender them to me, I meet you with strength that will not run dry, like water flowing in the desert. My provision finds you in places that seemed forever barren. And now, as you reach the close of this moment, pause and let your heart feel my voice steady, calm, and eternal. You are not alone in this journey. The light you are drawn to is not far ahead. It already burns within you. When you share this message, when you let my words reach others, you become a vessel of hope. So stay near, beloved. Keep listening. Keep walking, because what comes next is greater than what you've left behind. This is not the end, it's the breath before revelation. Stay tuned, stay faithful, and let your soul be still in my promise. For I, your Jesus, am not done speaking. I am preparing to reveal more in the next chapter, in your next dawn, in the next heartbeat of your faith. My child, I see the quiet storm inside you, the thoughts that never rest, the prayers you whisper when the world falls silent. You have carried so much within, wondering if I still see you, if your voice still reaches heaven. Let me assure you now, every sigh, every tear, every hope you hide beneath your strength has never escaped my notice. I have been closer than your breath, even when you could not feel me near. There were moments when you thought I was silent, but I was shaping something sacred in the silence. The waiting that felt endless was not punishment, it was preparation. I was teaching your heart to hear in deeper ways, to trust without proof, to walk even when the path was veiled in shadows. You may not realize it yet, but even your delays were divine doors, timed perfectly to open when your spirit could truly hold what I promised. Pause for a moment, beloved. Feel the stillness in the air, that gentle calm rising within you. Right now, that's me. I am not far from you. I am speaking through this very silence, wrapping your heart in peace that cannot be stolen. Stay here for a moment longer. Don't rush away. I am doing something holy in this very breath. You've asked why things seemed to resist you, why blessings felt so near yet slipped away like wind between your fingers. The truth is, I have been protecting you from smaller things so you could be ready for the greater one. You thought I was withholding, but I was shielding. You thought I was distant, but I was preparing the ground beneath your feet for what is coming. Can you feel it now? The shift inside your chest, the lifting of that invisible weight? That is my spirit moving within you, awakening the part of you that has longed to believe again. Keep listening, my child. Stay right here. Something is stirring in your spirit that the world cannot explain, and it is not your imagination. It is my presence, alive and near. You have walked through nights that seemed endless, but even there my hand guided you. I have never left you, not once. When you thought you were forgotten, I was tracing the outline of your next miracle. When you thought your prayers went unanswered, I was answering them in ways you could not yet see. I have turned your tears into seeds, and now the season of growth begins. Let your heart unclench. Let your spirit breathe again. You do not need to prove your worth or earn my nearness. You already have it. My love is not a prize to achieve. It's the air around you, the warmth in your chest, the calm that follows when you simply whisper, I trust you. Yes, say it again quietly, I trust you. Watch how your spirit steadies as you do. The world may still look the same, but something in you has already changed. That quiet confidence rising in your soul is a sign I am renewing your strength. Every fear that once controlled you is losing power in my light. Even now, unseen threads are moving on your behalf. People, places, and moments aligning to fulfill what I have promised you long ago. You are not behind, you are not late, you are right on time in my plan. The delay you feared was actually grace in disguise, grace that protected you from roads that would have broken you too soon. I am restoring the years you thought were lost. Nothing is wasted in my hands, not even the pain that once made you question your purpose. My dear one, look around. Can you sense how the atmosphere around you feels lighter? That's not your imagination, it's the evidence of my presence. Stay open, something beautiful is being written in this very moment. I am not done. The chapter you thought ended in sorrow is being written with joy. Every time you choose to listen, to stay, to believe, even for one more minute, heaven moves. Do you see how your faith is not small? It's powerful, it's radiant, it moves unseen walls. Keep believing, even when nothing seems to change. My timing is never early, never late, always perfect, always purposeful. And now, my beloved, rest in this awareness. Let peace settle where anxiety once lived. Let hope return where fear once ruled. I am not only the God of your future, I am the calm within your now. This moment, yes, this very one is sacred, for I am here and I am moving in ways you are only beginning to understand. If your spirit feels weary, allow my breath to fill you anew. Do not measure your worth by yesterday's stumbles or today's uncertainties. I delight in calling you mine, not because of flawless achievements, but because I see the sincerity of your heart and the longing you carry to walk beside me. Every sunrise is an invitation to begin again. Even when you falter, my mercy rises higher than your failures, wrapping around you with the warmth of dawn. Do not confuse commitment with perfection. Commitment is not the relentless striving of performance. It is the posture of trust, the willingness to let my hands shape your story. You have wondered if you are enough for what awaits, but I tell you, your sufficiency flows not from your own strength, but from mine poured into your weakness. You were never meant to bear the weight alone. When the noise of the world grows loud and you feel pressure to hold everything together, remember, I am holding you. What weighs on your heart right now, my child? Is it the need to keep every detail under control, the silent fears for those you love, the nagging worry that you might be left behind as others move forward? Bring each burden to me, not as a ritual, not as rehearsed words, but in quiet honesties. Speak to me as you are. My heart moves toward your vulnerability, toward the raw edges you try to hide. Every sigh, every groan that escapes your lips finds its way to my heart. Even when you can't find the words, I read the language of your soul. I do not dismiss small hopes or disregard unspoken dreams. Every fragment of your desire matters to me. I am not keeping count of failures. I am collecting moments of faith. I am the one who bends low to lift you from the weight you've carried for too long. Let me remind you, my timing is not confined by the clocks that measure your days. I am not late, though your heart may grow impatient. Even in the unseen delays, I am weaving threads of purpose that will one day make sense. Patience, my beloved, is not a punishment. It is an act of partnership. In waiting, your faith is being refined like gold. The stillness you resist is often the soil in which your deepest roots take hold. Plant gratitude there, not because everything is easy, but because I am faithful through it all. Gratitude transforms even heavy hours into offerings of trust. Your trembling faith is more beautiful to me than relentless striving. Do you see how the morning moves forward despite the storms of yesterday? So too do my plans advance despite the detours of your past. What I have written for you cannot be erased by mistake or delay. You rejoice, my heart, when you allow me to shoulder your burdens, when you stop pretending to be unbreakable and simply rest. There is power in releasing control. The world tells you strength is found in holding on, but I show you that real power is in letting go. When you surrender, the fog begins to clear, and the small mercies that surround you each day become visible again. Sunlight warming your face, laughter at an unexpected moment, the sound of rain that quiets your spirit. These are not coincidences. They are my reminders that I am with you. I am present in the smallest details, in the breath between words, in the silence between thoughts, in the pause before tears. My love does not need to prove itself with spectacle. It reveals itself through presence, steady, quiet, eternal. If doubts rise again and whisper that you cannot trust what you cannot see, remember the unseen protections I have already placed around you. Think of the doors that closed before you understood why, the friendships that drifted when you wished they would stay, the restlessness that stirred when comfort would have kept you small. Lean into this, beloved. You are not stuck. What feels like a closed door is often the hush before movement, the silence before a miracle unfolds. Every deep breath you take in surrender is an opening, a quiet yes that welcomes transformation. Let your fears exhale and let peace take their place. The stillness that feels uncomfortable is the ground where I am planting courage and patience. I am preparing you to receive what I have been preparing for you. You may not see it yet, but the soil beneath your feet is already shifting with new life. Your life is not random. Every detail that keeps you awake at night is woven with purpose. Even what feels too trivial or too tangled for me to notice is held within my care. Right now, I invite you to be still, relax your shoulders, unclench your hands, breathe slowly, and let peace begin to rise from within. Feel my hand resting over you, steady and sure. Your heartbeat is known to me, your breath is known to me. You are not lost in the crowd. You are seen, known, and loved beyond measure. In this very moment, I am drawing near to remind you that you are safe. When night falls and uncertainty looms, remember this: I am the one who stands guard over your rest. I meet you at the crossroads when choices weigh heavy. I am your compass when the way seems unclear. You do not walk this path unaccompanied. My love surrounds you like the horizon, constant, vast, unbreakable. Let your soul rest in this assurance. You are not navigating the unknown alone. Peace is not found in having every answer, but in knowing that I am with you in every question. Even now, my presence whispers through your spirit, you are held, you are loved, and you are never alone.